We broke our engine, our piston cracked, we ordered a new one.
Very nice, shiny.
All the spare parts that come with it. We hope we forgot nothing, because if we did, it's going to take a lot of time getting those spare parts. We're going to have a lot of time waiting. We hope we don't break anything when pulling out the old engine and when putting in the new engine. Got a lot of work. Hopefully, we can do this properly and quickly.
We are Nick and Mathilde, and we've left everything behind to travel the 7 continents with our Land Rover Defender, the Albatros.
Europe, North America, South America, Antarctica, Australia, Asia, and Africa. A world tour for real. We want to see it all.
Join us for the best, the worst, the fantastic, the boring, the headaches, the beauty of every single moment of this journey around the world. This is day 752, and we are in Geraldton, Western Australia.
This is the next Meridian expedition.
Big day today?
Yep. In 15 minutes, Julian is coming with a tow truck. We're going to put Albo on a tow truck, bring it to the garage in town. And the mechanic said this afternoon we'll start removing the engine, and probably by tonight it should be out. Can you imagine?
Just 5 days after the beginning of our Australia lap, we broke down. Now we need to swap engine, a serious work we have never done. While we have no choice and are looking forward to the learning experience, we are a bit nervous. Luckily, we'll have help of a pro in the process. Siv Auto, the garage of Michael.
And that is Michael, a mechanic with a passion for Land Rovers that we randomly met earlier that day. He offered to help us despite his very busy schedule. So with him by our side, we take on our biggest mechanical challenge so far.
This is the garage of Michael. And the Albatros.
Cheers to the engine. Cheers to the engine. We broke our engine, our piston cracked, we ordered a new one. All the spare parts that come with it. We hope we forgot nothing, because if we did, it's going to take a lot of time getting those spare parts. We hope we don't break anything when pulling out the old engine and when putting in the new engine. Got a lot of work. Hopefully, we can do this properly and quickly. Let's go.
First step of the engine swap, we need to remove the old engine. So now, on to unscrewing everything.
Oops, we pulled it out. There we go. It's coming off.
Heaps more room.
Pull it out. Beautiful.
Yay!
There we go. Got a lot of space now to pull out the engine. Look at that. We cruised through the initial dismantling of the engine, and we were full of confidence it was going to be quick. But our engine bay is tiny, and getting the engine out proved to be the first hurdle of this challenge.
Trickier than expected, huh?
Yeah. It took, what time is it?
Midnight 25.
It is now midnight 30, so 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. It took us 7 hours and it is out.
It looks even more complicated like
Yeah.
that.
Let's have a quick look in here. Something's definitely missing, huh?
Here's a good jacuzzi now.
Now you can make the jacuzzi.
Wow!
All right, guys, let's go. Let's see. Woohoo! I can't see
Look at
anything.
that, the
bit
goods.
disappointing.
That looks like a 2.2.
Yeah, it does.
Very nice, shiny.
Nice. Awesome. Oh, the wrong engine.
Oh yeah.
Oh no! We need to pause for 1 minute because we need to say thank you.
Seriously, we thank everybody who's supporting the channel, everybody who has helped us purchase this engine on GoFundMe, everyone who's on a Patreon and helping us get this journey till the end.
We don't take it for granted, and as our payback we will continue do videos, continue go meet people, continue go to new places, and thanks to you we will be able to continue this expedition.
We still have to lap Australia, go through all of Asia, and through Africa to finish in Cape Town.
We still have a lot of work to do to put that back in, so let's go.
Nice. All right. So the brand new engine is here. There's a sticker from Made in South Africa. So it's a Ford engine for the Ford Transit. You can buy a Ford engine or you can buy the Land Rover one for practically double the price. Land Rover just labels them as Land Rover, sells them at a new price, but they're a Ford engine, Ford boxed, everything is the same. The main differences are the injectors. You need to get the injectors from Land Rover. And the next thing that will probably be different is the oil sump. You can remove the one that is on your previous engine and change it. This is just a long engine that they call it. I had no idea what any of this meant literally a week ago, but a long engine just means it's a bare engine. There's nothing here. You see there's no connections. Everything is still with its holes out, so you still need to buy all the annex parts. Because our car, the annex parts are fine. What was broken is what's inside the engine, the pistons. Therefore, we bought a bare engine, which is cheaper, and we're just going to take everything from the previous engine and plug it onto this one. Here are all the parts from the broken engine. So we've got 3 levels here of just parts that all came out. We've checked them all. Everything is good. We did notice one thing is the turbo fan is damaged. All we need to do now is pull out the engine and put it right next to ours, and we'll start working on it.
We're going to end up with our phones full of little pictures like this, that, to remember where all the tubes go and in which direction. That makes for a nice memory album. Big chunk out.
We were practically done. And we're like, okay, let's leave. In 10 minutes, we'll put the last little bit and let's go. And that little bit has taken 2 hours.
And counting.
And counting.
And just like that, when we think it's over, something comes in the way. That night, while we thought we were done, we had a fight with the fuel pump installation because of a part default. A tiny difference in dimension that took us, especially Michael, a good 8 hours of work. The uncontrollable. Eventually, we made it through and used the next day to clean up the parts we had dismounted and were planning to put on the new engine. I've got a little surprise for everyone in the workshop. It's going to be another late night. So I baked crepe, which is some sort of like French pancake, very, very thin. And then we got lemon and sugar or Nutella on the menu. So let's bring that to the boys.
So good for this little break. Thank you.
We gotta keep the happiness going.
Look at my black hands on there. Thank you.
The engine is all back together with all the parts.
Yeah.
Congrats.
You too. It's not that difficult actually, and all we had to do is put, the image of the old one and the image of the new one, and all you have to look at is what are the differences, what are the similarities, and just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. And then we used a lot of pictures to remind us which hose and connection went where.
For me, it was actually the best school. You can actually see all of it and like dissect everything.
There's a lot going on, but at the same time, there's not that much. So it's interesting, yeah.
Yeah, how did you start working on the fenders?
Always had an interest. Well, growing up, my father had a 97 300 tdci. Every weekend when he picked me up, we'd go in the car, and that was just his ute, it sort of become iconic. It wasn't until, after I finished my apprenticeship, that's where I started restoring his car. I lost my dad when I was 16, so I ended up wanting to keep it going. That was sort of my tie to him, I guess. I've got his 97 cab chassis. I've got a 1967 Series 2A I'm restoring, and Discovery 4, and then now the Grenadier.
Yeah, so many people commented on the other video. A Land Rover mechanic arriving in a Grenadier, legend.
I've seen that.
But I was trying to explain, he loves Land Rover.
Yeah. Well, I think the reason I got the Grenadier too is just because of the how similar it is to the original, isn't it? It's shares a lot of the nice quirks we all sort of love about the car.
Oh yeah.
With a few little differences, some good, some bad. Definitely. You can have the window up and put your arm on the door.
On the bolt.
That's not a good sign.
No. What happened here? I don't know.
Find the missing bolt though.
Dang, weight reduction. Exactly, weight reduction.
The mechanician said it. Big milestone in the engine swap. We're going to put back the new engine completely fit inside, and we've kind of heard that it's a bit hit or miss, so sometimes it goes directly and sets perfectly. You just have to put your bolts back and it's easy peasy, and sometimes you just struggle for hours and hours looking for the right bolt section. So let's see.
If putting an engine back in is a bit of a hit or miss, that evening was a miss.
We're taking a vote. Who's ready to go to sleep?
Me. It's 2:30 in the morning. It's time to go.
Yeah, we've abused. Blocking entirely. Block. It's easier. After 2 days of big struggle to line up the clutch and fit the engine in, it seems that we have a breakthrough.
Engine in.
Engine in.
Yeah.
Michael, engine in.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we can't see him, but we can hear him. Nice. Thanks, Michael. Theory, that was the hardest part. Now it just needs to run when we turn the key in.
Yeah, that's the next surprise. Sorry guys.
Stop burping on
So
the
many
job.
gases.
And Australians, when they don't have gaskets to seal a pipe again, they put Vegemite. And it seals impeccable, right?
Seals impeccable with Vegemite, yep. Michael's checking everything to make sure that before we turn on the engine, there's no issues. So he's going under the engine, but while he's at it, he's also going everywhere, making sure that everything looks good. And how does it look so far?
Pretty good, yeah. A1.
A1.
New oil coming up, and if oil is coming, it means, in theory, everything is connected. What else?
Coolant, and then that's it.
Have you got no ABS? You've only got 3.
Green.
The final step. Plugging in the injectors.
Yeah. 3.
I don't know. Is it a yay? Yay!
That's good, that's good.
Yes!
One new engine. Sounds heaps better, eh?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
A lot more balance.
And that was it. On May 20th, 2024, at 1:58 a.m., the heart of our Defender was beating again. And with it, the heart of the expedition.
It's always definitely testing is always necessary.
But it
just
would be
more
a
for-
little leak or something
Yeah,
like
just
that.
to check for oil leaks and everything. Seems to be running quite well, but that's the benefit of the road test. Just go out, do
Yeah.
a small one, check everything, then go for a longer one. Bring it back, if all that checks out, and pretty much just
Okay.
start to do your bedding in process.
Yeah.
But no.
All right. Well, it looks like no leaks at all. I'm at 90 kilometers per hour, 2000 RPM, keeping it very light. The objective today is to do 100 kilometers, so I'm gonna do 50 this way, 50 back to Michael the mechanic. The idea is to, progressively train the engine, get all the parts to move and to seize themselves properly, because just to give you an idea, for example, you have like a piston which is just moving in a cylinder, and the idea is they're going to be scratching the cylinder until they find their right position, and that's why you have to progressively go so that they can scratch their way in, and then once they're sitting perfectly, then the car's ready. And normally they say that takes around 5,000 to 10,000 kilometers. Another thing we learned is for these 4 2.2 engines, which are the same in the Ford Transit, so if you have a Ford Transit or a Ford Ranger, you're having the same engine. Always learn when things go bad. is to change the injectors at 150,000 kilometers. Our engine died at 150,000 kilometers, and I'm very curious on if the car feels a bit better, drives better in terms of engine power. And then secondly, the consumption. I'm hoping there's less consumption. We were around 11, 11.5, sometimes 12. So I'm hoping we're around 11 or 10.5. Let's go see Michael. Ask him for his final validation. And off we go.
In 17 days, we broke down. We figured out the issue. We sourced a new engine. And we put it all back together. We could not have done it without the help of Michael from Siv Auto, who worked after hours to help us complete the swap. Without all of you who supported the GoFundMe and the expedition with your donations. And without Julian and Jess, who hosted us during the entire time of the swap. For the Lothers and the Dinners together, these are exactly the type of encounters that make this trip so special. And we thank you so much for trusting us and having us.
Thanks, Michael.
No, that's right.
The man who made it all possible.
Yeah, we kind of consider you the surgeon that made the heart transplant
Yeah, we
possible.
call it the heart transplant. No, it was a pleasure, guys, honestly, and yeah, I'm really grateful for your help too and the company, and you know, we got it done, and it'll be good to sort of follow your journey and yeah, see where the Albatross takes you next. No?
Sweet.
Thanks,
a
Michael.
lot.
Enjoy Australia.
Thank you very much, honestly.
Bye, Michael.
Ciao.
See ya.
Hey guys. You need a push, no?
I need that push.
Not for a long time.
Bye guys. See ya. Au revoir. Oh wow, huh? What a moment.
Yeah, it's so weird to say goodbye to those guys.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting is, you know how, so if you think about your general home mechanic, right, that you just bring your car to and you're like, hey, can you service it, can you check everything's good, that's kind of it in terms of relationship. And here it's funny because it's so hard for us to say goodbye to our mechanic, but not only this mechanic, it's all the mechanics that we meet, you know? It's always, you're part of the Next Meridian journey, part of the Next Meridian family in a way. And it's, because seriously, we said bye to Michael for a whole 10 minutes and we couldn't leave, you know? We kept saying bye, okay, thanks for everything, okay, bye.
We said goodbye 5 times, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
it took literally 10 minutes though. Because you say bye and then you start another conversation, you say bye and you start another conversation, you say bye. And so at the end we're like, okay, we just gotta go. But anyway. All right, Geraldton, we are gone. It is time to start slowly because the engine's still training, but it is time to go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Boom. Tonight it's crepes night, and for everyone here, we made crepes. Well, Mathilde made them. Hello, family. How's the crepes going?
Spot on.
Spot on.
Yeah.
So we've got Nutella here, sugar and lemon here, sugar and lemon, Nutella, sugar and lemon.
I got half and half.
Half and half.
Mom and I are the main ones.
There we go. Have a bite, Julian.
Next time you go, bring me.